Good evening. We are here at the Kent County Levy Court Administrative Complex at 555 Bay Road, Dover, Delaware, Levy Court Chamber, room 203. It's Tuesday, May 13, 2025, and it's 7 p.m. I'll turn the meeting over to County Administrator Kevin Sipple.
Thank you, Madam President. This meeting is being held in person at 555 Bay Road, Dover, Delaware, and at Levy Court Chambers. We're also making it available via the internet through WebEx. Participants can join us by phone or by computer during the meeting. There will be opportunities for public comment for those attending in person or online. When the President opens a public comment period, those attending in person may step forward to one of the two podiums and be recognized. If you're joining us by phone and wish to comment, please press *3, which will raise your electronic hand. Our operator will identify you and bring you into the meeting. Pressing *6 will mute or unmute your line. If you're online, you will see a hand and microphone icon at the bottom of your screen. Please use those at the appropriate times. We ask guests to begin public comments by stating their name and address for the record. The County Attorney will administer an oath of affirmation to anyone giving testimony during a public hearing. We ask that public comments relate to the subject announced by the President. In addition to public hearings, there will be 2 public comment periods, one at the beginning of the meeting for agenda items and one near the end of the meeting for general comments. This meeting is being recorded and will follow the rules and procedures adopted by Levy Court, as well as the Mason Rules of Order. Back to you, Madam President.
Thank you. I would ask Commissioner Pepper for the invocation, Commissioner Angel for the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence for troops and first responders. Commissioner Sweeney, all stand.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for allowing us to come together this evening, make decisions which is hopefully are pleasing to you. Please allow us to make decisions that are respectful to our constituents and help us, guide us through this evening. Amen.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our military, law enforcement, firefighters, paramedics, and other first responders who have given their lives in the line of duty. Please remember these individual first responders who died in the line of duty, as well as keeping their families in your thoughts and prayers as they deal with the loss of their loved ones. Special Deputy Sheriff Larry Henderson from the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office in Ohio, Lieutenant Alan Credur from the Rain Police Department, Louisiana, and paramedic firefighter Mark Keller from the Mesa Fire and Medical Department, Arizona. Thank you.
Ms. Tanaka, roll call, please.
Mr. Angel?
Present.
Mr. Hall?
Present.
Mr. Hertz?
Here.
Mr. Pepper?
Here.
Mr. Scott?
Here.
Mr. Sweeney?
Here.
Mrs. Maston?
Present.
Madam President, roll call reveals 7 present.
We have a quorum to begin this evening's meetings. Motion to adopt agenda.
So moved, Madam President.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Scott, second by Commissioner Angel. Any questions? Roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
At this point, we open up our meeting for public comment for anything that's not covered under a public hearing. Does anyone have anything they would like to talk with us about?
For our guests that's joining us online, if you'd like to make public comments at this time, please indicate by raising your electronic hand or pressing *3 if you're joining us by phone. I see no hands raised for public comment online, Madam President.
Thank you. Motion to accept consent agenda 2507.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sweeney, second by Commissioner Scott. Any questions? Roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes, although I was not here on the 22nd, I will still vote to go through. I went through it, and I have no problem with it, so yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz,
Yes.
Mr. Pepper,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney,
Yes.
Mrs. Maston.
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Okay, we have a presentation, Resolution 4103, retirement of Mark Staton. For the record, Ms. Tanaka.
Resolution 4103, retirement of Mark P. Staton. Whereas the retirement of Mark P. Staton, an employee of Kent County, State of Delaware, from his duties as electronics supervisor in the Department of Public Works, Wastewater Facilities Division, presents a suitable opportunity for expressing the esteem in which we hold Mark P. Staton as a good and faithful public servant. Therefore, be it resolved that the County of Kent express its warmest appreciation and thanks to Mark P. Staton for the able and loyal manner in which he performed his public duties. Be it further resolved that this resolution be his evidence of a right to the pension provided by the Kent County Employees Retirement Program, and that this resolution be and hereby is incorporated into the official minutes of the May 13, 2025 meeting of the Kent County Levy Court.
Any motion to accept Resolution 4103?
Move to approve Resolution 4103.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sweeney, second by Commissioner Pepper. Any questions on the motion? Roll call?
Mr. Angel,
Yes.
Mr. Hall,
Yes.
Mr. Hertz,
Yes.
Mr. Pepper,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney,
Yes.
Mrs. Maston.
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Motion has passed. We have no public hearings this evening, but we do have some old business. First item on the agenda, Mr. Angel, or Commissioner Angel.
Thank you, Madam President. Sarah? If you can give us a quick overview, since this is our last one from the old system.
Good evening, Commissioners. I believe it also needs to be lifted from the table for it to be.
It does, and we probably should lift it from the table now before we address it at all.
Madam President, I make a motion to lift it from the table, from tabled motion from approximately 3 years ago.
Do we have a second on the motion?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Scott, second by Commissioner Angel to lift the application from the table from 3 years ago. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. Angel,
Yes.
Mr. Hall,
Yes.
Mr. Hertz,
Yes.
Mr. Pepper,
Yes.
Mr. Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney,
Yes.
Mrs. Maston.
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Motion has passed. Moving into new business, Commissioner Sweeney.
No, now we have to go through the Calpine. Sarah? We just brought it off the table. Now we got to listen to.
I'm
Sarah
sorry.
describe
Ms.
it.
Kiefer.
Thank you. The application before you tonight, CS 2202, is an application for a solar facility. It was submitted under the previous code prior to Levy Court adopting specific legislation regarding solar facilities. So it was accepted and processed as a public utility application. This would be the last one in the pipeline. Levy Court did table it in May of 22 because the Levy Court was in the middle of litigation regarding an earlier solar facility where Levy Court approved that facility and a neighbor filed suit against the county and the applicant. Just recently, the Supreme Court ruled in that litigation in the county's favor, that the county acted properly in approving that project. So the applicant for this case is asked to take this up again. It does meet all the criteria for approval. The applicant had also, when they submitted it, included a lot of the conditions Levy Court was considering at that time. The additional buffering, for example. They've included that, as well as the reclamation plan and a surety to cover the cost of reclamation. So those were not required. The applicant did that voluntarily. It was recommended for approval by the Planning Commission. And again, this, under current conditions, this will be the last one you see. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions for Ms. Kiefer? Commissioner Hertz?
Because they're from 2022, they won't be required to get that third party on the remediation price?
You could certainly add that as a condition if you choose.
Yeah, I want to put that as a condition then, that they have to get a third party for the remediation price.
Then I would suggest you include it in the motion.
Any other questions for Ms. Kiefer?
Yeah, I have.
Commissioner Scott?
Sarah, you said it's going to be the last one of this magnitude. Is that due to the acreage size that's capped?
The fact that it's a public utility, it's utility solar as opposed to community solar. Under current conditions, as the code stands today, you will not see another one like this in this kind of location, in this zoning district.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Need a motion?
Thank you, Madam President. Well, although I don't like solar the way we were doing it, this is the last one on this magnitude, so we got to follow the rules and regulations that we put in place. So I move that the Levy Court conditionally approve application CS 22-02 per the Regional Planning Commission recommendation, including the conditions recommended by the Commission. The plan is to compliant with the zoning regulations in effect at the time of the application. The location is appropriate and not in conflict with the comprehensive plan and other public health, safety, and welfare, and will not be adversely impacted.
Commissioner Angel, I'd like you to add an amendment to have a third party. They have to get a third party for the remediation.
Hang on just a second. I think Mr. Angel's motion needs a second, and then we can go to Mr. Hertz's proposed amendment.
I'll second it. Then I'd like to propose an amendment that they are required to get a third party.
We need to vote on it first, Paul.
So, Counselor?
No. We're going to vote. We're going to.
He wasn't done making his motion. Can't he include that condition in the original motion? That original motion's not formal yet.
Yeah, I mean,
If you could add that condition in the original motion, Commissioner Hertz can second it, and then we don't have to go through a couple of votes.
he can restate his motion.
I need to read the whole thing in, Craig?
Yes.
Okay. I move that the Levy Court conditionally approve application CS-22-02 per the Regional Planning Commission recommendation, including the conditions recommended by the Commission. The plan is compliant with the zoning regulations in effect at the time of application. The location is appropriate and not in conflict with the comprehensive plan and the public health, safety, and welfare, and will not adversely impact third-party evaluation remediation.
Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Angel, second by Commissioner Hertz. Any questions? Roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes, per staff and Planning Commission recommendation.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes, per staff recommendations.
Mr. Pepper?
Not voting.
Mr. Scott?
Yes, based on staff's recommendation and the conditions that were applied to it.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes, per all reasons stated.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes, reasons stated.
Madam President, roll call reveals 6 yeas, 1 not voting.
Motion has passed. Moving into new business, Commissioner Sweeney.
Thank you, ma'am. So at the workshop last week, we discussed the possibility of a resolution to send to the state legislature asking them to make sure they consider local control when looking at laws that impact county zoning, county ordinances. My request was for a generalized resolution, and the resolution that came back had specifics in there for the Senate Bill 75, which I think is the wrong way to go. I think that we need to have non-specific resolution stating that Kent County would like the legislature to very politely stay out of our business. So if we could table this, I'll make the motion and ask the county administrator and Ms. Kiefer to rewrite the resolution with non-specifics in the resolution. So my motion is to table Resolution 4120 until next Tuesday night.
Second motion.
Motion by Commissioner Sweeney to table Resolution 4120, second by Commissioner Angel. Any questions? Roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Motion has passed. Commissioner Pepper, you have several resolutions.
I do. The following introductions, fiscal year 26 budget ordinance, related resolutions and sewer assessment rolls for public hearing on Tuesday, May 27, 2025 at 7 p.m. First one, Resolution 4109, fiscal year 26 sewer assessment rolls. Second one, Resolution 4110, fiscal year 26 property tax rate. Third, Resolution 4111, fiscal year 26 Old Mill Acres Suburban Park District tax rate. Fourth, Resolution 4112, fiscal year 26 Royal Grant Suburban Park District tax rate. Fifth, Resolution 4113, fiscal year 26 Eagles Nest Suburban Park District tax rate. Sixth, Resolution 4114, fiscal year 26 Kent County Disposal District Number 1 user rates. Seventh, Resolution 4115, fiscal year 26 Milford Library District tax rate. Eighth, Resolution 4116, fiscal year 26 Duck Creek Library District tax rate. Ninth, Resolution 4117, fiscal year 26 Lake Forest Library District tax rate. 10th, Resolution 4118, fiscal year 26 Caesar Rodney Library District tax rate. 11th, Resolution 4119, fiscal year 26 Capitol Library District tax rate. 12th, Resolution 4121, command to the Director of Finance to collect sewer delinquent accounts by district as of March 31st, 2025. Finally, number 13 is an ordinance, Ordinance LC 25-13, an ordinance adopting the annual operating budget for Kent County, Delaware for fiscal year beginning on July 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2026. That concludes my introduction for this evening.
Madam President?
Yes, sir.
Really quick, so the only one I got to really look at was the Resolution 4110, and 4110 still lists 0.0572 as the tax rate for the 2026 year. We're not increasing it to 0.6. When did we not find that out? I was here.
This workshop, there wasn't the appetite to increase the taxes.
Okay, I'm fine. Good.
Okay, need a motion to accept Resolutions 4109 through 4119 sequentially, Resolution 4121, and ordinance LC 25-13.
So
Those
moved.
are just introductions, so we don't need to
Oh, okay,
make
apologize.
any,
Make it easy
vote
for you,
right now.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to Commissioner Hall.
Thank you, Madam President. Introduction of ordinance LC 25-11, an ordinance amending paragraph 128, article 11, fees enumerated, paragraph 128-42, Department of Planning Services, to establish the annual stormwater maintenance district fee for non-residential uses and residential uses in single ownership charged by the levy court beginning in fiscal year 2026, tax year 2025. For public hearing on Tuesday, May 27th, 2025 at 7 p.m.
Thank you. This evening, we do not have an executive session.
No, Madam President.
Do we have any information items? Do we have any public comments? Mr. Kennedy?
I see no members from the public online at this time, Madam President.
Commissioner comments? Commissioner Hall?
Thank you, Madam President. Just an FYI and for consideration, Senator Buxton called on the state, the city of Dover, and Kent County Levy Court to consider the disposition and placement of the Caesar Rodney statue. And so I'm offering no opinion, but I'm just identifying that this will be something that may be coming towards us in the near future.
Thank you. Any other commissioner comments? Commissioner Angel?
Thank you, Madam President. I just wanted to put everybody in the loop. I know I talked to you, and I talked to our county administrator, and I talked to Trudy. As one of the most senior people on the board here, and with me being NACO, and I'm senior there now, one thing I've learned in life experiences is continuity is we lose continuity when we lose good people. And in saying that, there seems to be a loss of things that happen because people aren't around. So I brought up the idea about doing a commissioner handbook, so that everybody's on the same page in the same book at the same time. So I started making a list of things that I think would be good, but I think the county administrator and Trudy are going to take part of it. But if there's anything that you all know that experienced over the years, I'm willing to listen to you all too, see if maybe I can cross it off my list or we add it to the list and get things moving forth, because every 2 years we change, but as people go off the board, so does the experience and the value of what they had on this board. And then by every 2 years, we can review it, keep it in our hearts and our memories of what's been transpired throughout the years. So I just wanted to bring it up to make sure you all knew what I was trying to do.
Thank you, Commissioner Angel. Anyone else have any comments? Commissioner Scott?
Thank you, Madam President. For preliminary discussion on site acquisition for a publicly funded capital improvement legal strategy session regarding collective bargaining, pending potential litigation, personal matters pursuant 29 Delaware C 10004B 2, 4, and 9 would be for executive session in the caucus room.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
And that is for next week, correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Madam President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Motion is passed. Motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you.